Hey everybody, Josh Madicor here. Me and my team built a bunch of stuff that you can use for free. It's called the Career Platform. It includes a free resume checker, like an ATS scanner that you can use to scan your resume against other jobs, and it will compare your resume against other community members' resume as well. It's really, really good, really useful. We also created a whole bunch of practice exam questions for like Security Plus, Network Plus, Sec AI Plus, CySA Plus, and it includes a bunch of PBQs as well, like performance-based questions where you can like drag and drop stuff. It's as close to the real thing as possible, so it's going to be really useful when you go to take your exams. We also built a career roadmap if you want to get into IT or cybersecurity that helps identify gaps, like things that you're missing, and makes recommendations for things that you can do along the way. And you can see how you rank in terms of your overall profile among other community members. So it's really useful, and this platform itself is free. Basically, in order to get access to this, I'll cover like everything that's inside of here, including like the practice exams, like the PBQs, the career roadmap, resume checker, etc. But to get access to it, you have to be in the cyber community, and then you use the cyber community is free, by the way. There's cyber range, which costs money. It's like an enterprise tools and everything. And then the cyber community is the free version of that. So in order to get access to the career platform, just join the cyber community, and then you'll be given like an account that can access the career platform. I'll put instructions below so you can follow them. But basically it will look like this when you go to log in. You just click sign in with Microsoft. It might say something slightly different here, but you'll be given an account, like an Azure account, and then you sign in with that account, and you'll be greeted with a screen that looks like this. And I'm just going to go over everything in here. There's a career roadmap. There's practice exams, so like Security Plus, CySA Plus, CCNA, Sec AI Plus, etc. There's going to be more in here in the future. There's a ATS checker, so if you want to verify your resume against other community members' resumes, comparing them against a specific job, you can do that. I'll just go through the sections one at a time, but if you want to see like exams or the PBQs or something, you can use the chapters below to skip around if you want. This is the career roadmap, and the idea behind it is if you're trying to break into IT or cybersecurity, there's different things you have to worry about, right? You have to get an interview, you have to pass an interview, and then you can basically start working. So under get an interview here, these are the different things that you can do to like increase your score here, and pass an interview. These are the different things you can do to increase your score here. So for example, if I set all of these to unstarted, you can see my score is going down. So I'm just gonna So for example, if you're like a brand new person, you're like, I'm new, I want to get into cybersecurity, right? The idea is you would go through and max out these things as much as you can. And the closer your score gets to S tier, or the higher your percentage is, the easier it's going to be for you to break into the field, right? So if you get started today and you don't have like any LinkedIn profile, like maybe you like completed your profile today, right? You didn't like have any connections, you didn't like really optimize it, but you completed your profile. You would click this one, and then you would have like, a quote unquote C tier LinkedIn profile. And then next, for resume quality, you can expand this. And the idea is that you score your resume against one of these jobs, like the area that you want to work in. So for example, if you want to be a SOC analyst, you can say score now, and then you choose the resume that you want to upload to score. I just made this like random resume here, and you can anonymize your URL and stuff if you want, the URLs, and you say upload and score, and you'll wait for it. It will run the resume through our AI pipeline. It will extract all the data from it, compare it against the rubric, and then kind of give you a score. And if you're curious about the resume I used, you can like look at this. It's just this generic resume that I just created it with Claude, and it will give you a score. So we can go back to career roadmap. Then we can see our resume. Our resume is like, B tier for entering the field. And then portfolio, I didn't complete this yet. Maybe it'll be complete by the time you get to it. Then experience, you'll just like mark whatever your experience is here. So if you're like brand new beginner with like home labs only, you would check this. Or if you went through like the CyberRange internship, right, you would click competent or B, right? Like so. Then for certifications, if you have any certifications, you would just mark them down. So in our sample resume, what do I have? I have like Security Plus, Google, A+, try hack me. So I would find Security Plus, A+, Google, and then I don't think try hack me is in here. Maybe I need to add it. I'll add like blue team level 1 because I don't have try hack me. And you would say save, and you can see like this is going up a bit more. And then for your degree, maybe you're like enrolled in WGU, right? Something like this. And then for passing the interview, like general industry knowledge, you would put what you have here. So basically, like I score this by like how many episodes of Cyberwire Daily you've listened to, and then Darknet Diaries. If you've listened to like 100 episodes of each, you have like a pretty good idea of what's going on in industry, right? So we'd save this. This will bring you like up to S tier for this one. And this stuff, particularly vulnerability management and threat hunting and security operations. This is like cyber things. If you've gone through the cyber and you've done everything and you've placed like top 3 or something like this, you would pick S tier, or if you have like equivalent experience, right? Threat hunting, same thing. Oh, I need to fix the verbiage in here. But say you've gone through the cyber adequately, you would say S tier. This is still like in progress. Your social presence, maybe you have like 500 LinkedIn followers, something like this. And then your consistency, say that you're elite, so you're dedicating like 4 hours per day for your job hunt, like you're tailoring resumes, you're like trying to find only jobs under 24 hours, you're doing like a warm reach out for every time you apply, you're just like absolute S tier, right? And then this would bring your whole like profile to like competent. And I will say like most people who get jobs out of the cyber range, they're somewhere between like B tier and C tier, at least in terms of this chart. So this is just a good way to kind of keep yourself on track and then show you like the things that you need to do. Like you don't have to do things in the career roadmap, but if you do the things in the career roadmap, it will help you out a lot. And if you approach S tier in here, it's going to be really easy for you to find a job. Like it's a lot of work, right? The fact of like what you have to do is simple, but it's a lot of work that you have to do, if that makes sense. And then getting into the practice exams, we have practice exams currently for Security Plus, CySA Plus, CCNA, ITIL, Sec AI Plus, SC200 security operations, and then SC900. So I'll show you some of these. We have 10, we're going to shoot for 10 PBQs. That's performance-based questions for each one. So for example, if we look at CySA Plus, there's like 381 cards, and this covers like every single exam objective is covered, and the questions are high quality and accurate. Each question is like double checked by 2 different LLMs, like 2 different models. And then the PBQs are the performance-based questions. It was semi-manually created by our backend engineer using Claude. So I'll show you what some of these look like. So for example, so we went to CySA Plus, right? So if we want to just mix them up and study all like objectives randomly, we can check this, or we can check if we only want to cover like our security operations objectives, we can check this. And we can say study selected, and it will present us with a question like a security analyst is configuring a SIM to improve detection of suspicious activity across multiple servers, firewalls, and cloud services. Which of the following log ingestion concepts is most important to ensure events can be correlated accurately during analysis? Normalize logs in a consistent format before indexing. Oh, it might be this. Probably this, so I'll check it. This is correct. And then down below, it will show you like exactly which objective that this is pulled from, like which objective it aligns with. It'll give you a definition of the objective. So log ingestion is a process, blah, blah, blah. And it will give you a real world example of how this might be used. So you can get a good intuition, like every question you do, if you fully read it, you'll get like a good intuition of the objective, and you'll get a good intuition of like how the objective might appear in the real world. And then if you want to search the objective on YouTube, this is just like a dumb link that will take the objective and search YouTube for us. So if we click this, the objective was CySA Plus log ingestion. So luckily for us, a video like came out, right? A video doesn't always come out because it's just like a dumb search, right? That will search the objective, but it's there if you want to use it. And then if the card is too easy, you can say like to the card way less often. But if you just want to go to the next card, you can click next card, and then it will just bring the card to you. So I'm just going to click one of these. I was wrong. And then it will explain, everything: definition, objective, the objective, example, and then a search on YouTube, etc. So if we go back, we can go to CySA Plus again. And then last time we just studied the sections, but we can click the PBQs, or performance-based questions. And these are like the interactive questions that appear on the actual CompTIA exam. And we designed these to be as accurate as possible, at least that we could do. So for example, I'm just going to click on one of these random ones, like incident response lifecycle, ransomware on this computer. So if we click this, the PBQ will basically load. It will give you like an overview of like the incident, like what happened. you might have like some kind of drag and drop thing, right, that you have to do. So basically this is like the incident response lifecycle according to NIST. So like prepare, detect, contain, eradicate, recovery, and then post-incident activity. And then these are basically like the things that happened in the incident being described up above. And you need to like drag them, this particular PBQ, you have to like drag them down to like which step of the life cycle they correspond to. So removal of malware, this probably is under eradication. Triage the alert, maybe this is an analysis. I'm not gonna like spend time doing this. Rebuild host, this is like recovery. Determine scope, maybe analysis. Hold lessons learned, post activity. Deploy EDR, this is probably detect. Maintain an up-to-date IR plan, this is probably preparation. Block an attacker's thing, this is probably contain, I'm not sure. Validate the systems, this is probably recovery. Isolate the affected workstation, this is probably contain. I don't know. So I'll just say submit analysis. And I got some of them wrong. It will like show you them here. It shows you that, this was supposed to be in preparation. And then it will give you like an explanation of what happened here. And it will give you like a total score of your PBQ, right? So if we go back, there's like 10 PBQs for this particular one. You'll probably see like 5 on the actual exam when you get to it. The idea is if you go through all these questions, and you master all of them and you do the PBQs, you get 100% on the PBQs. The idea is you can probably do pretty well on the exam. This is free, by the way, and it's put together really, really well. So that was only CySA Plus. We have it for like Security Plus and then all these other as well. Sec AI Plus, this is the new security and AI exam built by CompTIA. And we're going to add more. We're going to add more exams to this, and we're going to add more PBQs. We have like a dedicated software engineer who's like building this out. So, feel free to use it. And then you have leaderboard for general XP as well as a leaderboard for deck mastery. So if you want to see where you stand, against other people in the like CySA Plus deck, right? You can see other people in the community, like where you stand. Like I'm 48th place, right? From that little thing that I just did. And then we have like a resume ATS checker. We kind of observed this a bit before, but basically if you want to see like where your resume, like how your resume stacks up against a certain job, if there's a job that you're interested in, you can basically like, for example, copy the title. We can say like new job description first. We'll like paste the title here. We can get the URL for it. So copy link, put the link here. And then the salary range. I don't know if this is gonna, it included it. So we can do this. We can paste this here. And then we can paste the whole job description. So we can get this like so. We can paste it. And then we can create the job, and it will create the job description for us. It will create the job like in the career platform database. And then once it's created, we can measure our resume against it. So the job is created. If we go like back to jobs, we can see it like here at the top. So if we click on this, and then there's no resumes measured against it yet. So if we click our resume, we can get it, and then we can say update and score. We just wait for it. And we see we have a score of 57 out of 100 for this particular job. And it will give us like a whole analysis of like what our resume is missing if we want to like approach 100% or like, 95% or whatever. It will give you something like a bit different every time. This is powered by like some other AI service on the back end. If we go back to resume checker, we can sort these by like most resumes measured. So there's like 175 community members measured their resume against this particular job. So if you click on this, you can see all the different community members' resumes that were measured against this job, and you can see the top one. So if you click on this, it will give you like a text. It'll give you a text version of their resume with everything redacted from it. I believe they redacted they redacted all the links in their resume, and you can do that, and you can also delete your own resume from stuff too. So we can see like, how did this person score an 89 for this particular job? And you can go down, you can like so, and you can say full score details, and you can see like the full like explanation of why they got such a high score. Right, so we'll help you, like you can compare your resume to other people, and you can get an idea for like what works versus what works against certain jobs. Like so, if I go back to jobs, this is the one that I just uploaded. So this is my resume that I added. And if you want to, you can like, delete your resume from here. I didn't redact my URL, so the URL will show up in here, but automatically the AI on the back end will like redact all your like personal information. And we do not like store your resume and like use it to do stuff, so you don't have to worry. And you can also like purge your own data. We plan to build out a lot more in this career platform. Again, I have like a person dedicated to working on it. So we're going to keep building it out and making it better. So if you want to use this, it's absolutely free. You can just join the cyber community. But if you're interested in getting into IT or cybersecurity and you want like the full hands-on experience with the enterprise security tools and like the live environment, and you want to the internship component and employment verification, all that, definitely check out the cyber range. Real actual environment, real telemetry, real attackers. We have a whole classroom section that teaches you how to do everything. We have a really mature, active community of people who are actively helping you. A lot of people get jobs out of the cyber range really, really regularly. I tend to like record all of them so I can do big analysis and then record what's working for people. And it's not only me, I have a whole team of staff who help with not only the infrastructure and the career platform, but help you like on a customer service level and respond to people in the forum. Like I will help people troubleshoot, but we have like full staff as well, and the community is there as well. Like it's a really, really good environment. So definitely check it out. You won't regret it. Again, the career platform is free inside the cyber community. And then the cyber range is like if you want the hands-on tools and live environment and everything. But thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.